mountains right there at the top of this hill. Just an amazing experience that we need to do again with safari one day soon. But meanwhile, we'll have right now a video. No, we'll have the words from His Holiness Bhakti Vinasa Narasimha Maharaj, who's also accompanied us on many safaris. He is an ISKCON guru and a sannyasi, preaching in many places like Thailand and China. He actually speaks Chinese. I was very impressed to see how Maharaj is actually preaching in Chinese. And today he's going to tell us a little bit more about this beautiful holy place of Ahobilam. Hare Krishna Maharaj, welcome.
Hare Krishna Maharaji, thank you very much.
So Maharaj, we're going to show the video first, and then Manohar Shyam, the video is ready?
Yes.
Over 300 temples in India house different forms of Lord Nrsimhadev. And the most famous of them all is in Ahobilam, a remote place in the hills of Andhra Pradesh, South India, said to be the very spot where Nrsimhadev killed Hiranyakashipu. Ahobilam Dham was widely introduced to ISKCON by Indradyumna Swami, whose dramatic account of his visit there in 1979 inspired several young men to undertake a spiritual adventure and see Vaishnav culture in its authentic raw element. The Ahobilam Nrsimha Swami temple is situated in Upper Ahobilam. It is the main temple and the earliest of the 9 temples. Here the Lord is manifest in his fierce aspect called Ugra Nrsimha. The deity here is Swayambhu, or self-manifest. This temple is at a distance of 8 kilometers from Lower Ahobilam. Lord Nrsimha is worshipped in 9 forms in Ahobilam, and they are Jalva Nrsimha, Ahobilam Nrsimha, Mahalola Nrsimha, Krodha Nrsimha, Karanja Nrsimha, Bhagava Nrsimha, Yogananda Nrsimha, Chatravata Nrsimha, Pavana Nrsimha. It is said, those who visit all 9 temples on the same day get a special blessing. In the Chaitanya Charamrita Madhya Leela 8.6, it is said, although very ferocious, the lioness is very kind to her cubs. Similarly, although very ferocious to non-devotees like Hiranyakashipu, Lord Nrsimhadev is very, very soft and kind to the devotees like Prahlad Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you.
Okay, Panchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Very wonderful to have the opportunity to visit Ahovilam, Nrsingha. Described, as we heard, Lord Chaitanya personally went there when he was touring South India. So we're following in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by visiting this holy place. In Laghu Bhagavatamrita mentions there how 3 deities are particularly important over all deities. There's so many different forms of the Lord, Lord Krishna has many different forms, different incarnations, but there are three forms which are given superiority over all the other forms. Lord Krishna himself, Lord Rama, and Lord Nrsimha. Lord Nrsingadev also. Krishna, Rama, and Nrsingha. These three forms are particularly important because they can display all the 6 qualities of Bhagavan: wealth, beauty, fame, knowledge, strength, and renunciation. That these 6 aspects of the Bhagavan feature are all found only fully in the form of Lord Krishna, and Lord Rama, and Lord Nrsimhadev. So the worship of Lord Nrsingadev is very, very important, very dear to us. Srila Prabhupada introduced the worship of Lord Nrsingadev to us as devotees when he was in poor health, that we wanted to know how we should pray and what we could do. So Prabhupada taught us the Nrsingha Stotra at that time and told us about placing Lord Nrsingadev's picture on the altar. And he said this would be good to protect our movement and also to protect the spiritual teachers, particularly Srila Prabhupada himself at that time. We were concerned for Prabhupada's health. So Prabhupada taught us to worship Lord Nrsingadev. We hear in Srimad Bhagavatam how Lord Nrsingadev wants to give benediction to Prahlad Maharaj. After Prahlad had come and pacified Lord Nrsingadev with his nice prayers, Lord Nrsingadev felt so sorry that Prahlad had been put through so much by his demoniac father that he requested Prahlad Maharaj, ask for some benediction. But Prahlad declined. He told Lord Nrsingadev that
Он сказал Нрсимхадеву:
I'm not a businessman.
я не бизнесмен.
I just simply want devotion. And he prayed to Lord Nrsingadev and said, if you want to give me any benediction at all, then bless me that in my heart there will be no desire for sense gratification. So this is the particular significance of the worship of Lord Nrsingadev. We could say, why don't we just worship Lord Krishna? What's the special significance of Lord Nrsingadev? But Lord Nrsingadev is particularly important because he destroys the demonic mentality which is there, which is in all of us. We're all trying to be devotees. And in order to become good devotees, we have to get rid of that demoniac tendency in the heart. And by the mercy of Lord Nrsingadev, we can do it. Because Lord Nrsingadev is Vigna Vinash Narasimha. Vigna means obstacles, and Vinash means to destroy the obstacles. So this is how we refer to Lord Nrsingadev. Vigna Vinash Narasimha, that he can destroy all of the obstacles on the path of our devotion. Often people are fond of worshipping Ganapati or Lord Ganesh, and they think that Lord Ganesh will destroy the obstacles. But that power to destroy the obstacles on the path of devotion, that power is given to Lord Ganesh by Lord Nrsingadev. So devotees in our line, we do not have to worship Lord Ganesh, we simply worship Lord Nrsimhadev. And Lord Nrsingadev personally removes all the obstacles on the path of devotion. Lord Nrsingadev destroys that demoniac tendency which is there in the heart and makes it possible for us to develop our love for the Lord. So worship of Lord Nrsingadev, very important. So many great acharyas, they were very devoted to Lord Nrsingadev, particularly Sridhar Swami, the original commentator on Srimad Bhagavatam. He was a great devotee of Lord Nrsingadev, and he has composed many prayers glorifying Lord Nrsingadev. So we're following in the footsteps of great devotees, of course. Of all the devotees, Prahlad Maharaj, he's the number one devotee, the greatest prema bhakta who worships Lord Nrsingadev. And he's taught us how to pray, that please bless us, that we don't desire liberation, we don't want to go away to the mountains and be alone in solitude, but we should feel compassion like Prahlad. We want to deliver the conditioned souls, go where the people are and deliver them. We should feel compassion on them. This is the mood of Prahlad. And Prahlad Maharaja also prays to Lord Nrsingadev. But just please bless me that in my heart there will be no desire for sense gratification. So in this mood we are offering our prayers to Lord Nrsingadev. Hare Krishna.